This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. How many times have we heard from conservatives the tyranny of the federal government, and they're not going to take federal help? They don't want handouts from the federal government. We're going to do it on our own. We're going to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Until it's $400 million on the line, and Alabama is attempting to build new prisons with federal dollars, with COVID relief dollars. Reading from the Associated Press, Alabama trying to use COVID relief funds for new prisons. Facing a Justice Department lawsuit over Alabama's notoriously violent prisons, state lawmakers on Monday began a special session on a $1.3 billion construction plan that would use federal pandemic relief funds to pay part of the cost of building massive new lockups. Right on line with how Republicans think things should be done. Hypocrites, to be sure. Governor Kay Ivey has touted the plan to build 3 new prisons and renovate others as a partial solution to the state's long-standing troubles in its prison system. The proposal would tap up to $400 million from the state's share of an American Rescue Plan funds to help pay for the construction. Quote, "It's the right thing to do," Republican Senator Greg Albritton said of the construction plan. "We can't expect people to come to work when they don't know whether they're going to be able to leave work alive. We can't expect to house people, inmates, in conditions that are deteriorating and unhealthy. We've got to fix the problems the prisons are falling in." But critics of the plan say the state's prison problems go beyond building conditions and urge the state to look to more sweeping sentencing reforms. They also argue that the state should not be using pandemic relief dollars to build prisons. Of course, they should not be misappropriating COVID relief funds to build more lockups for people. If Alabama has one of the most violent situations in prisons in their system, maybe they should look elsewhere to other states that don't have that kind of problem and implement policies that would solve that issue. Don't steal from taxpayers and use COVID relief dollars to build new prisons, imprisoning thousands and thousands of residents of Alabama. U.S. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler of New York sent a letter Monday to Treasury Department Secretary Janet Yellen asking Treasury to, quote, "prevent the misuse of American Rescue Plan funding by any state, including Alabama, to build prisons. Directing funding meant to protect our citizens from a pandemic to fuel mass incarceration is in direct contravention of the intended purposes of the American Rescue Plan legislation," Nadler wrote in the letter. The Alabama prison construction proposal calls for at least 3 new prisons, a prison in Elmore County with at least 4,000 beds, and an enhanced space for medical and mental health care needs, another prison with at least 4,000 beds in Escambia County, and a women's prison, as well as renovations to existing facilities. Enough! You don't get to whine about federal dollars and then take the money gleefully to build prisons when that's not what the money was intended for. Disgusting, reprehensible Republican hypocrisy on full display. What do you think, though? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Thanks for joining me. Follow me on social media. I'd love to connect with you there. That is always a decent time. And if I bring you some value, consider supporting my work. You can click the join button below the video, become a channel member, or head on over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. That's also a great way to support my work. I love you guys. Thanks for engaging with my content. I'll see you later. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.